Welcome back, learners, to the Philomath Channel, where simple stories reveal deep wisdom, and every journey becomes a lesson for life. In today's video, we continue the journey of Santiago through chapters 5 to 8 of The Alchemist. After facing loss and uncertainty, Santiago begins to rebuild his life. Not through luck, but through persistence, learning, and awareness. In these chapters, we explore powerful ideas, the value of patience, the importance of learning from experience, and the quiet voice of the heart that continues to guide us forward. You will also begin to see how growth does not come instantly. It is built step by step through action and belief. As you listen, reflect on your own journey, the challenges you have faced, the lessons you have learned, and the direction you are choosing. Take a deep breath, stay present, and let us continue the journey. Chapter 5: The Power of Vision and the Courage to Dream Bigger. In Chapter 4, we saw how Santiago transformed his difficult situation through persistence, effort, and creative thinking. He did not give up. He grew. Now, in Chapter 5, we witness something deeper. Not just external success, but internal awakening. Santiago begins to see beyond his current reality. Success creates new questions. Santiago's work at the crystal shop continues to bring success. The business grows. Customers increase. Profits rise. Outwardly, everything is improving. But within him, a question begins to rise. Is this enough? This moment is important, because success does not always mean fulfillment. Sometimes, success reveals what we truly want next. Comfort can become a new limitation. Santiago now has stability. He earns money. He understands the work. He has a routine again. But something feels incomplete. The same comfort he once desired now begins to feel limiting. This teaches us comfort is good, but staying too long in comfort can stop growth. The dream still calls. Even after progress, Santiago remembers his dream. The treasure near the pyramids. It has not disappeared. It has only been delayed. This shows us true dreams do not fade easily. They remain until they are followed or forgotten. And Santiago realizes he has not forgotten. The fear of losing what we gained. Now a new fear appears. Not the fear of failure, but the fear of losing success. Santiago wonders, what if I leave and lose everything I built? This is a deeper level of fear. Because sometimes, what holds us back is not failure, but attachment to what we already have. Vision expands possibility. Santiago begins to imagine a bigger future. Not just working, but discovering. Not just earning, but fulfilling his purpose. His vision expands. And when vision expands, possibility expands. This is powerful. Because your life grows only as far as your vision allows. The difference between dreaming and acting. Santiago realizes something important. Many people dream, but do not act. They wait. They hesitate. They delay. But he has already begun his journey. And now, he must decide. Will he continue or settle? This moment defines direction. Courage is choosing the unknown again. Santiago understands that continuing his journey means stepping into the unknown. Once again, he must leave what he has built. He must trust what he cannot see. This is courage, not the absence of fear, but the decision to move forward. Despite it, growth requires letting go again. Just as he once left his sheep, Santiago now faces another choice: to leave the crystal shop. This shows us growth is not a one-time decision. It is a repeated choice. Each level of growth requires letting go of the previous one. What we learn in this chapter. Learners, from chapter 5 we understand that success can create new questions. Comfort can become a limitation. True dreams continue to call. Fear can come from attachment to success. Vision expands possibility. Action separates dreamers from achievers. Courage requires stepping into the unknown again. Growth requires repeated letting go. This chapter reminds us that progress is not the end. It is preparation for something greater. How we practice the teachings of chapter 5. Now, learners, let us apply this wisdom. Do not settle too quickly in comfort. Reflect on your goals, even after success. Listen to the dreams that continue to call you. Do not let fear of losing what you have stop you from becoming more. Expand your vision. Take action. And be willing to step forward again, even when the path is uncertain. Because true growth begins when you choose purpose over comfort. Chapter 6, the courage to continue the journey. In chapter 5, we discovered that success can become a test. Santiago reached comfort, but his dream still called him forward. Now, in chapter 6, he makes a powerful decision. Not to stay, but to continue. The decision to move forward. Santiago stands at a turning point. He has enough money to return home. He can rebuild his old life, buy more sheep, and live safely. But deep inside, he knows that is not his path anymore. Because once you have seen a bigger vision, you cannot return to a smaller life. And so, he chooses to move forward. Commitment strengthens the soul. When Santiago decides to continue his journey, something changes within him. His uncertainty begins to fade. His purpose becomes stronger. Because commitment creates clarity. The moment you fully decide, your mind and heart begin to align. Half decisions create confusion. Full decisions create direction. The journey requires trust. Santiago prepares to cross the desert. A place unknown, dangerous, and vast. He does not have all the answers. He does not know what will happen next. But he moves forward anyway. This teaches us you do not need to see the entire path to take the next step. Trust is moving forward without complete certainty. New companions, new lessons. As Santiago continues, he meets new people. Each person represents a different mindset. Some are focused only on fear. Others are focused on opportunity. Through them, he learns something powerful. The world reflects your inner state. If you focus on fear, you see obstacles. If you focus on purpose, you see possibilities. The language of the world. Santiago begins to understand that life speaks in signs. Not always through words, but through experiences, through intuition, through moments of clarity. This is what the book calls the universal language. It is the language of feeling, of instinct, of inner knowing. When you are aligned with your purpose, you begin to understand it. Fear of the unknown. As the journey continues, fear appears again. The desert represents uncertainty. It represents everything Santiago cannot control. But he learns something important. Fear is natural, but it is not a guide. If you follow fear, you stay where you are. If you follow purpose, you move forward despite fear. The power of focus. Santiago begins to focus on his destination. Not on the distance, not on the difficulty, but on the purpose. This focus gives him strength, because where attention goes, energy flows. When you focus on your goal, you gain the power to reach it. The journey transforms the traveler. As Santiago moves forward, he is no longer the same person who left home. The journey is shaping him, teaching him, strengthening him. And this is the truth. The goal is not only the treasure. The goal is who you become while seeking it. What we learn in this chapter. Learners, from chapter 6 we understand that a true decision creates direction. Commitment removes confusion. You do not need full certainty to move forward. The world reflects your mindset. Life speaks through signs and intuition. Fear is natural but should not lead you. Focus gives strength to your journey. The journey transforms who you are. This chapter reminds us that progress begins with a clear decision and continues with consistent courage. How we practice the teachings of chapter 6. Now learners, let us apply this wisdom. Make clear decisions in your life. Do not stay in uncertainty for too long. Choose your path and commit to it. Trust the journey, even when you cannot see the end. Pay attention to signs, to intuition, to what feels right within you. Do not let fear control your actions. Instead, let purpose guide you. Focus on where you are going, not on what you might lose. And most importantly, keep moving forward. Take a deep breath. Trust your journey. And remember, every step you take is shaping the person you are becoming. Chapter 7, Learning to read the signs and trust the journey. In chapter 6, we saw Santiago make a powerful decision to continue his journey. Despite uncertainty, he chose purpose over comfort. Now, in chapter 7, his journey deepens. He begins to understand that success is not only about action, it is about awareness. The journey teaches in silence. As Santiago travels through the desert, life becomes quieter. There are fewer distractions, more space to think, more time to observe. In this silence, he begins to notice something important. The world is always speaking, not through words, but through signs. This teaches us. When life becomes quiet, awareness becomes stronger. Everything is connected. Santiago starts to see patterns. The movement of the wind. The behavior of animals. The rhythm of nature. He realizes that everything is connected. Nothing exists in isolation. And when you begin to notice these connections, you start to understand the flow of life. This awareness brings clarity. The language beyond words. Santiago learns that there is a language that does not use words. It is felt. It is understood through intuition. This is the language of the world. It speaks through feelings, through instincts, through sudden understanding. When you are aligned with your purpose, you begin to recognize this language. Distractions can lead you away. Even on the right path, distractions appear. Thoughts of fear, thoughts of doubt, thoughts of returning to comfort. These distractions try to pull Santiago away from his journey. This teaches us not every thought deserves your attention. Some thoughts are obstacles in disguise. Focus keeps you on the path. Santiago learns to focus on his goal. He reminds himself why he began. This focus protects his direction. Because without focus, even a strong start can lose direction. Focus is not just attention, and more guided. Awareness is a form of power. Santiago realizes that awareness itself is a kind of power. Not power over others, but power over confusion. When you are aware, you make better decisions. You recognize opportunities. You avoid unnecessary mistakes. Awareness creates direction. What we learn in this chapter. Learners, from chapter 7 we understand that silence increases awareness. Everything in life is connected. There is a language beyond words. Not every thought deserves attention. Focus protects your direction. Trust grows through experience. Understanding reduces fear. Awareness creates clarity and power. This chapter reminds us that success is not only about doing. It is about seeing clearly. How we practice the teachings of chapter 7. Now learners, let us apply this wisdom. Create moments of silence in your daily life. Observe more. React less. Pay attention to patterns, to intuition, to subtle signs. Do not follow every thought. Choose your focus carefully. Remind yourself why you started your journey. Build trust through consistent action and develop awareness. Because when you begin to understand the language of life, your path becomes clearer. Take a deep breath. Stay present and continue your journey with awareness and trust. Chapter 8, Listening to the Heart and Embracing the Journey. In Chapter 7, we explored how Santiago learns to observe the world, to recognize signs, and to develop awareness. Now, in Chapter 8, his journey becomes even more personal. He begins to listen to his heart. The heart speaks quietly. As Santiago continues his journey, he notices something new. A voice within him. Not loud, not forceful, but constant. It is his heart. The heart does not shout. It speaks quietly. Through feelings, through intuition, through deep inner knowing. This teaches us. To hear your heart, you must be willing to slow down and listen. Fear lives in the heart too. As Santiago listens, he also discovers something unexpected. His heart carries fear. Fear of failure. Fear of loss. Fear of suffering. At first, this confuses him. But he begins to understand. The heart does not only guide, it also protects. And sometimes, it protects through fear. Understanding fear changes its power. Instead of running from fear, Santiago begins to understand it. He listens to it. He observes it. And in doing so, something changes. Fear begins to lose its control. Because fear grows when it is ignored. But it weakens when it is understood. The heart desires growth. Beyond fear, the heart also holds something powerful. Desire. The desire to grow, to explore, to fulfill purpose. Santiago realizes that his heart wants him to continue, not because the journey is easy, but because it is meaningful. This teaches us, your heart is not your enemy. It is your guide. Trusting the heart requires courage. Listening is not enough. Santiago must trust what he hears. And trust requires courage. Because the heart often leads you toward the unknown, but it also leads you toward fulfillment. This is the choice. Safety or purpose. The journey is the real treasure. As Santiago reflects, he begins to see something deeper. The journey itself is changing him. He is learning, growing, becoming stronger. The treasure ahead is important, but who he becomes along the way is just as valuable. This is a powerful truth. The process is part of the reward. Peace comes from alignment. When Santiago listens and follows his heart, he feels something new. Peace. Not because everything is easy, but because everything feels aligned. When your actions match your purpose, your mind becomes calmer. Your direction becomes clearer. The heart and the journey become one. Santiago finally understands. His heart and his journey are not separate. They move together. When he listens, he moves forward. When he trusts, he grows. And this connection gives him strength to continue. What we learn in this chapter. Learners, from chapter 8 we understand that the heart speaks quietly through intuition. Fear exists within the heart but can be understood. Understanding fear reduces its power. The heart desires growth and purpose. Trusting the heart requires courage. The journey itself is part of the reward. Alignment brings inner peace. Listening to the heart strengthens direction. This chapter reminds us that the answers we seek are often already within us. How we practice the teachings of chapter 8. Now learners, let us apply this wisdom. Create time to listen to your inner voice. Do not ignore your feelings. Understand them. Face your fears instead of avoiding them. Follow what gives you a sense of meaning. Trust your heart. even when the path is uncertain. And remember, growth happens when you move forward with courage and awareness. Take a deep breath, listen carefully, and continue your journey, because your heart already knows the way forward. Learners, in these chapters, we witness a powerful transformation. Santiago does not return to his old life. He grows beyond it. Through work, through patience, and through awareness, he begins to understand that every experience is part of the journey. We also learn that fear of change can hold us back, but courage, even in small steps, moves us forward. As you reflect on this part of the story, ask yourself, am I growing from my experiences or avoiding them? Am I listening to my heart or ignoring its direction? Because just like Santiago, your path is being shaped by the choices you make daily. If this journey inspired you, like the video, share it with someone who needs encouragement, and subscribe to Philomath for more meaningful lessons through storytelling. Until next time, learners, be patient with your growth, trust your process, and remember, every step you take is preparing you for something greater ahead.